Hey, I'm Madison Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a thriller vlog for you. So I'm really excited since we are in the spooky month. It is the 21st of October when I'm starting this vlog and I want to do some spooky ooky reads. So I've got 3 books in mind, okay? So the first of which I'm about to start reading tonight, and that is No Exit by Taylor Adams. I don't know too much about any of these. So this is about a girl. She's on her way home from like university and there's a blizzard going on, so she has to pull over at a rest stop. And she's at the rest stop, there are a couple other people there, and at one point she goes out to her car and she looks at one of the cars that's out in the parking lot and she ends up saying that there's a child caged in the back, and she's like, that's not right. And so she is now trying to figure out who at this rest stop has kidnapped a child or is like in child trafficking or God knows what. So very excited for this. My mum's read this and loved it too. So the next one I'm reading is a middle grade horror. I'm very excited for this. This is, I forgot the name of this book was as I picked it up. Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. This is about 3 friends and they are, I don't know, 11 years old. They are going on a school trip to this farm, right? Yes. And suddenly everything gets really creepy and there's like a very scary scarecrow and there's a 100-year-old mystery and there's a villainous smiling man and they have to just try and solve what's going on this creepy farm. So I'm very excited. And the last one I have is another 5-star prediction. It's on my 5-star prediction list of this year and I'm trying to get them done since I'm at the end of this year, and that is They All Fall Down. It's about a girl. She goes off to a private island off the coast of Mexico with 6 strangers. Seems beautiful, and then it turns out that everyone harbors a secret. I remember now why I thought this was going to be a 5-star prediction. One of the first mysteries I ever read was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. To this date, it is still one of my favorites of all time. It was like one of the first books I ever had to read for school when I moved to the States, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I'm stoked for this one. My class starts at 6:10 and it's 6:11, so I'm gonna go. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Why does he have to be so... What are you doing? What is the point of that? Why would you do that? Are you serious? You can't be... Really? Really? Okay, so I have read 49 pages of this. I could have gotten further except for the fact that I was really tired for some reason, and by the time I got to page 49, I ended up rereading it like 7 times before just falling asleep. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more information, so just in case anyone was wondering. I don't think any of this is really spoilery because it's kind of like in the synopsis, but she gets to this rest stop because her car's just like kaput, like it dies. She's like, it ain't having it. The snow's too much for this small Honda Civic. I think it's a Civic. It's a Honda for sure. Also, this book must be set sometime like 10 years ago because she uses an iPhone and also an iPod Touch. And now she's at this, you know, rest stop, and there is 2 middle-aged people. There's a middle-aged man and his middle-aged cousin, male and female. And then there is like a mid to early 20s guy, and then there's like a 19-year-old guy. She thinks it's the 19-year-old guy, and so far out of all of them, the 19-year-old guy is the creepiest one, I will admit. And she, like, you know, obviously when she gets there and she sees like this child hand in the back of the van, and then like this all happens very quickly. Like I thought it would actually take a little bit longer for her to find the child in the car, but it's the car that she parked next to, so of course she saw it. Her first thought was like, okay, let's see if I can match up the car to the people, which obviously like any normal person would do. So far she's doing actually really well when it comes to, you know, making proper decisions and not acting like a dumb protagonist. So I give her props. But like, she already did that, and she's like, oh, it's definitely the 19-year-old. This was in the first 49 pages. I don't consider this spoilers. But I'm just kind of like there's no way it can be the 19-year-old. Like, it's like, not the fact that like a 19-year-old can't kidnap a child and lock them in the back of their van. Like, that's very plausible. My problem with it is the fact that like, there's no way she figured it out this quickly and this early. Like, either she mixed up the two younger guys and their cars, so it's actually the other guy, or there's gonna be like a bigger shitstorm that comes out of this. Like, I don't know which one it's gonna be, but there's no way that it's just like, oh, it's this guy, and then her spending the next like 200 pages. It's more than 200 pages. How many pages even is this book? 330 something pages being like, oh my god, it's this 19-year-old, what do I do? No, it has to. Because I'm definitely liking it so far. It's very atmospheric. It is set at a rest stop in Colorado. So she's on her way from Denver to Utah because her mom, trigger warning if you have lost a loved one or have a loved one who has had cancer, because her mom has pancreatic cancer, and that's the reason why she's traveling in the snowstorm. It's 6:30 at night, so I'm gonna keep reading. My parents get home soon, so that means I can no longer sit out here and read. I have to go to my bedroom again. But it's fine. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys that little update, and I'll be back later. Goodbye.
One of these things is not like the others. Can you tell which one it is? I'll give you a couple of seconds. That's right. It's the cat. Like, what is she doing? Hi, BB.
It is now 3 a.m. and I figured, well, it's gotten to the point now where I kind of have to talk to you guys. You know, despite the air conditioning still not turning off, I have no idea what it's doing, but it's going ham. So, I did finish, oh god, I did finish No Exit, and I am a little torn on if it's, like, what it's rating. I know it's definitely a 4-star, I just don't think it's 5-star, which is quite sad. Oh my gosh, hi, what do you want? She's being so needy. She keeps like whacking me. I have no idea why. Like, not by like whacking me, but like she like keeps nudging me. Yes? She just keeps doing this instead. You know what I mean, guys? There were definitely a lot of things that I didn't see coming in this, so that was kind of nice. And like that epilogue threw me for a loop and a half. The epilogue was the one part where I sat there and I was like, excuse me, what? So that was a plus. It actually ended up being really interesting, and one thing I didn't mention to you guys, because I hadn't gotten to that when I was only 90 pages in, is the fact that we actually start getting a couple of the perspectives from the other people who are at the rest stop, which is interesting. It's all third person, but I really did like that they did that because it rounded out the story, because there were a couple of plot holes that otherwise maybe would have emerged had the author decided not to do that. So I do give a plus there. I just think that, like, I do recommend this. I think it's really awesome, but there was like that extra factor that makes a book a 5-star that was missing from this one. And the problem is that I'm always gonna wonder, like, would I have enjoyed this more as a audiobook? Because I've mentioned it multiple times that I used to always, you know, consume my thrillers as audiobooks, and so I don't know what you want. Now that I've started reading them, I really hope that, like, that's not taking away the shock factor that I normally experience listening to it. And I also want to say that our main character, Darby, she doesn't act stupid. Like, the decisions she makes are rational and make sense for the situation that she's in. I do think that I'm going to read Small Spaces next. What is it even called? Like, It is. It's called Small Spaces. It just looks creepy. I'm actually so excited for this because the last middle grade I read sucked. So I'm putting my money on this one, guys. Okay, I'm going to go to bed now because it's obscenely late and I always do this. Oh god, I look like I have no hair. Anyway, I'll get over that. Maybe not when I'm editing this. So I literally just started and I'm 2 pages in, okay? But okay, this girl is 11 years old and they're learning fractions and decimals. So the teacher goes, can anyone tell me how to convert 3/16 to a decimal? And I sat here and I'm like, I can't tell you how to do that. And then this 11-year-old's like, 0.1875. I'm like, I would not know. I just really wanted to have a little update for you guys 2 pages in because it felt necessary. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading. Goodbye. It's the 27th of October. I haven't done much reading since I last updated you guys. School and stuff has been a bit hectic, but my brother did visit this weekend, which was very nice, and so he walked with me to Kinokuniya to pick up my pre-order of Godstorm, which was really exciting. If you pre-ordered it, it came with a cute little signed bookplate and stuff. But the reason why I really wanted to have this physically, I mean, I do love Coco anyway, that is because I am mentioned in this book. That is me. This really made me smile. I mean, like, it's so funny. As a kid, I always wanted to like be an author when I was a child, and then growing up, I just the idea that like have a book dedicated to you, just like to have your book, like to have your name in a book was just always like a goal. It just seems so amazing, and so to have that is just such a humbling experience, and it just makes me so happy. Regardless of that, I did want to come on here and I have a package from Simon & Schuster, so I just wanted to open it because I'm not 1000% sure what this is. I request things from time to time and it varies, so let's see. Oh, yay! Okay. So this is To Love and to Loathe by Martha Waters. This comes out on 4/6/21, which is American April April 6th of next year. And there's a marriage bet turns complicated between Regency era friends with benefits at an idyllic countryside house party. I'm so excited to have this. So this is the author of To Have and to Hope. So I don't know, I love Regency romances and I love this new kind of take that Martha Waters is doing on them. So I'm very excited to read this. So yeah, hi baby. So yes, I'll catch you guys up later. Bye. Hi. So it is, oh god, it's like 1 in the morning. Yeah, 1:08 in the morning. So I just want to come on here to give you guys a little update. I just finished Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. It was actually pretty quick to finish it off because it is a middle grade. I'm giving it 4 stars because it's really good, especially for a middle grade that is horror. It was definitely creepy and just like flat out weird. I do think that the ending could have been a bit tidier, but that's fine. It is a middle grade and I do know this is a series. The end of this mentions the second book called Dead Voices. I'm definitely freaked out about scarecrows. Like it just, like this book was just creepy and weird. I did not see one of the plot reveals coming. So I gotta honestly give it pretty good props for that. Did not see the smiling man's identity coming, so that was pretty cool. But I think it has a lot of good messages in it. Ollie's mum died a year prior, so she's dealing with the grief of having lost her mum still, and kind of how that impacted her, and you know, her relationship with her dad and how her dad's now a single dad, and that's a huge part of this novel. And then there's also the fact that, you know, Coco is this girl, she's just come from the city and now she's living out in the farmlands, and how she's being bullied by her classmates. And then there's Brian, and he's like one of the popular boys, but he's actually really nice. So It's a really cute dynamic. I definitely do enjoy it and I do recommend it if you want a horror middle grade. It's not gonna scare your pants off, but it is creepy. And having read it at nighttime, maybe not my best decision because I'm afraid that I'm now going to dream about scarecrows and be terrified. I'm actually mildly traumatized and I did not see that coming. Like, I can't imagine, like, it's just, oh, it's just terrifying. I don't know. You got, okay, scarecrows are fine, but creepy scarecrows, so not fine. Like Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz, that's cool, but like this man isn't cool. But yeah, I'll catch you guys up when I start reading They All Fall Down by Rachel Housel Hall. Anyway, I will be going now, but here is baby. Doesn't that look super spooky? She looks like a beauty. What is she staring at? You cannot make that jump, and I swear if you try, we're gonna have some serious problems. Okay, that's all for now. I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Goodbye! Hello, so it is, what day is it? Oh, the 30th. And I'm currently 130 pages into this book, so like almost halfway. Like, yeah, almost halfway. And so I just want to give you guys a quick little update on what it's about. So we're following this woman named Miriam Macy. She is a divorced mother. She has a 17-year-old daughter. Her husband cheated on her with her daughter's ballet coach, and she's currently, like, you know, really got nothing to her name anymore. She has PTSD. She takes Valium like crazy, and she's gotten into fights with the police, and her daughter was bullied once before, and so there's a lot going on in this woman's life. And then she gets invited to be on a reality TV show for a week, and it is going to be set in, I forgot what the place is called, but it's in Mexico. And she gets told that, you know, haha, JK, actually it's not what you're here for. And she's there with 6 other people. I'm not gonna like tell you guys what's really going on. It's not like thrilling why she's really there. Like, it's pretty like, oh, haha, okay. But when they get to this house they're all staying at, there is this table in the middle. And even this one person's like, oh, like that wasn't here before. And this table, they realize like, oh, look, it's like the 7 deadly sins are on it. And there's like these 7 figurines. Now, my guess is that each of these 7 people represents one of these 7 deadly sins. Now, for anyone who's read this, and for my own pleasure when I watch this back, want to say who I guess everyone is. So right now, my guess is that Miriam is envy. I think that Desi is lust. Evelyn is sloth. Harvey is gluttony. Wallace is pride. Frank is greed. And Eddie is wrath. Those are the 7 people. Those are my 7 predictions as to what they all are. So far this hasn't really been thrilling. Like, no one's died. Miriam is hallucinating. She's not a very reliable person to be following. She says that, you know, she does have a history of lying, of making things up. Like, at the moment, it's okay. I do want to say there's trigger warnings in this for eating disorders. As someone who had an ED, it is a little bit, like, I don't mind when it's in books if it's represented right. I just feel like its representation in this book is not exactly tasteful in any way. It's actually quite offensive, so I'm more offended than anything reading this, and so it's definitely put like a sour taste in my mouth. But otherwise, I mean, like, I'm reading this and I'm just waiting for someone to die. It's like really not much has happened and I'm 131 pages in. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Each character is very distinct in their outward appearance and personality. There's not really much depth to them, but they are each distinct. So that is helpful because there are, you know, 7 people. And this is first person POV for Miriam. So it's interesting. Miriam is just a weird character to be following, especially as like a narrator and a protagonist, because as I said, she's unreliable and she just has like a really weird past, and it kind of does get confusing from time to time, and she's not likable. I think that's what the problem. She's really not that likable. Yes, I will talk to you later. Goodbye. 2 things. 1, it's 3 in the morning. Actually, no, I have 3 things. 3, 1.
1, it's 3 in the morning. 2, this is where she's been sleeping lately, in between like the 2 pillows that I normally have set up. She just now stays in between them and sleeps here, and I don't think there's anything better about my life currently. Like, I think that this is honestly all that matters in my life now. You're all that's ever mattered in my life, but like, that's beyond the point. Oh, hi. You come closer. Thank you. Mommy loves you so much. Yeah, so the second thing I wanted to say, this is going to be the angle you guys get, is that I finished the book. I'm actually really surprised. I read it all in one day. Like, I flew through it. The writing was really simple and easy. Like, I knew going into it that it was supposed to be inspired by And Then There Were None. And, like, it, instead of coming off inspired by it, it came off more like a low-rent version of it. Oh, like, I feel like that sounds so mean. But, like, that's just so accurate. Like, I don't know what else to say about it other than that. Like, that is basically what the book was. So it just wasn't fleshed out. It wasn't, like, I wasn't guessing, like, what was going on. And then the reveal at the end, I was like, oh, okay, like, whatever. Like, so many things that were in this, I was like, well, why? I wouldn't recommend it. How's that? How's that? That's what my advice is going to be for this. I don't recommend it. I do recommend Small Spaces. I recommend that. And I do recommend No Exit. And I don't recommend this. Oh my god, I just remembered. I gave this a 5-star prediction. I was wrong. Like, when I was told it was a, like, you know, And Then There Were None esque, I was like, oh, there's got to be 5 stars. No, it was 2 stars. So far, I'm really like batting zeros. I don't even know baseball, but batting zeros. I know people say batting 100 or something like that. I should not be doing sport terms that I have literally no clue about. But I do have 2 5-star predictions on my November TBR. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's going to be it, because the whole point of this vlog was to read 3 thrillers, and I did, and I was, like, successful to an extent. Like, I don't know. I think it could have been more successful, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. That's going to be it for this video. If you have any thriller recommendations for me, please leave them down below. I would love to do this again if you do enjoy it. So once again, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, please go to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch. Bye!